cities under siege, all of their citizens' data held for ransom. Last month, hackers crippled the city of Atlanta, taking control of computer servers and knocking out public services.
Yeah, just 2 weeks ago, Leominster schools paid $10 grand to get their data back. The FBI says ransomware attacks are on the rise. Boston 25 News reporter Ted Daniel went to local cities and towns to find out what's being done to make sure your hometown isn't next.
Police reduced to using pen and paper instead of computers. Residents unable to pay bills. Communication between departments frozen. Major U.S. cities crippled and held for ransom. Hackers demanded $51,000 in Bitcoin from Atlanta. The city refused to pay, but shelled out $2.6 million to recover. Weeks later, Baltimore also targeted.
People are becoming more and more savvy about how to extort this money.
Adriel Desitels is a former hacker turned CEO of Stowe-based computer security firm NetraGuard. He says all it takes is one city employee to click on a phishing email and a central server is attacked, locking all of the data.
The value of the information that's contained by the various states and even cities is arguably much higher than information that's held by most companies, I think.
It's already happened on a smaller scale here. In February 2016, a laptop belonging to a Melrose police detective became infected with ransomware that threatened the entire department. The Melrose police chief ended up paying a $500 ransom. The Tewksbury Police Department made a similar ransom payment the year before. Cyber criminals look at municipalities as easy targets. They just don't have the resources like a bank or a big company to fight off an assault. And when it comes to disrupting lives, an attack on a city or town can cause huge disruptions. The data hacked can be a city's lifeline, from tax payments and traffic lights to payroll, wastewater treatment, 911 calls, and trash collection. If it's networked, it's vulnerable. We contacted mayor's offices in Brockton, Lowell, Worcester, and Boston for their cybersecurity protocols. Only Worcester and Boston responded. By email, Boston says it spent millions on cybersecurity, and it has not had an infection that resulted in any type of payment. Boston's policy is to never pay a ransom. The same is true in Worcester. Eileen Kazaropol is Worcester's Deputy Chief Information Officer.
There's no guarantee that you're going to get your data back from the hijackers once you pay it. And also, it kind of sets a standard that you're willing to pay, and that it shows the hackers that they can keep doing that.
Worcester has several layers of network security, including an email system that blocks traffic from certain countries.
It's not actually expensive to kind of just set some machines up to kind of automatically update, or just even use some good antivirus as an example.
Lee Rossi is the co-founder of SimSpace, a Boston-based cybersecurity firm. He says no network will ever be 100% secure, but employee training, network separation, and good backups can reduce risk.
So one way to kind of avoid that one is don't open suspicious looking emails, have good antivirus, have good things on your network that are actually looking for that.
Because what happened in Atlanta will happen again. The only question is where. I'm Ted Daniel, Boston 25 News.